everybody, and welcome to Nice. We are going to be in Nice for 2 full days. Actually, we're in Nice for a whole week, but we're doing lots of day trips. So Nice, we're spending 2 full days here. I can't wait to show you around. This is my first official day around here. I stayed in Nice today because it's supposed to rain, but the weather is still absolutely perfect right now. Yes, a little cloudy. We're gonna head to the museum in the afternoon. I'm super excited. There's Marc Chagall Museum and the Matisse Museum around Nice. We're gonna choose one of them to go to today. Wander around the old town, explore the shops. We are on the promenade right now, right at the end of the Mediterranean Sea, and it's so beautiful. Let's take a walk and head to the old town. The beaches are rocky here. If you do want the sandy beaches, Antibes and Cannes had the most beautiful white sandy beaches. This is Palais Masséna. It has these beautiful black and white tiles and these great statues. We have a proper Galerie Lafayette here. Dior, Hermes, Tiffany, Cartier. From the Queen. Wow. They're like Converses. I've always loved this bag. Every time I see this brand that's a little bit more contemporary, I feel like they do an amazing job of everything they have. I actually love the new Japanese bag. It looks like the Margot from the Rome. And Bottega's been hitting it out of the park lately. Everything they do, I really love. Is Chloe coming back? I love this new bag called the camera bag. The famous fashion show shoes that everyone wore. No vlog is complete without some luxury shopping. Cartier and Tiffany was so good to me. I love the Jean Chebebug, I can't say it, the collection from Tiffany. I love the ring. It's so iconic, and all their high jewelry is actually from this design collab as well. I never realized how much I liked it until I tried on like the full collection, the ring. She gave me the vintage ring to try on as well. The earrings, the small hoops are super new, and she said that it's very rare to get, of course. But I actually like the stud better because it's like nicer for every day, and the price is really good for that one. It's only like 3,700 euros. And then at Cartier, gosh, the girl was so cool. She gave me all the pieces. I came in really trying on the Palais Love earring as per normal because I have all the Cartier Love anyways. But the clash earrings were so pretty. I tried on the smaller model and the larger model on my right ear. And I actually prefer the smaller model, I know, surprise. It was just a lot lighter and the price was like 3,000 less. But it was really because it was like a lot lighter and easier to wear for every day. Love that. And the watches were so beautiful. I love the two watches she shared with me. The Palais Cartier was amazing, but like a little outside of my budget. But then the other bracelet, I believe is called Begua. I'll put the description below. And it's a re-edition piece of a design that's released a long time ago. And now it's part of the permanent collection. And of course, price increases are coming at the beginning of the year. Absolutely love it. And I really like those shearling mules from Hermes. That was actually the prettiest thing I saw. And now we are actually going to explore the old town of Nice. We are at Chez Teresa to try the soca. And we're also going to get the quesadilla, which is a caramelized onion tart. I'm so excited to try this. Usually it's a massive line during the summer, but because it's holidays, there's only about like 5 people in front of me. Kind of a wet and rainy day today, but still super nice to explore the old town. The streets are so windy and it's amazing just to get lost in here for an hour or two. This is the famous soca. It is made from chickpea flour. It's a little savory. This is freaking delicious. I can't believe it took me this long to eat this. So good. We are finally at the Marc Chagall Museum. This museum has been around since 1973, and Marc Chagall actually passed away when he was 98 years old in St. Paul de Vence, which is a village in the French Riviera that I'm dying to go to one day, maybe not this trip. It's full of art and I love his paintings. His surrealism was groundbreaking, and I actually remember I always reference one of his artworks when I was in art school. The museum was well worth a visit. It's actually not that big, but I love the different rooms. There was an immersive experience, which I loved. It almost made me feel like I was having hallucinations. And then there's also an auditorium where Marc Chagall created the stained glass windows when this museum opened. And there's a talk in there that's only in French, so if you know French, that would be great. My favorite paintings were these 5 in a room. They were absolutely gorgeous. The red almost made the paintings glow. If I was, for some reason, a billionaire, those were the paintings that I would want in my house. I'm gonna be spending the rest of my night wandering the old town, doing a little bit of shopping, and grabbing some foods. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you day 2 tomorrow. This is the Nice Holiday Market. So cute. I love the Ferris wheel and all the shops. Good morning, this is day 2 in Nice. I spent the morning on the beach, having breakfast there, walking, laying down. There's tons of people on the beach. It's warmer today and people are doing yoga, walking their dog, etc. And now we are on Marché aux Fleurs, Courcelier, which is a flower market street, which there's also snacks, there's shops. We were here actually last night, and there's tons of art galleries and restaurants that open up at night too. So let's take a look around this famous street you should start off your morning or lunch with. I know if my mom lived in Nice, for some reason I know that she'd be growing lemon trees. Flower market's pretty cool. It's a couple blocks long. There's everything from like dried fruits, lavender, olive bowls, soap, actual flowers, produce. It's so cool. Worth a visit. This is where we got our soca yesterday on day 1 of Nice. So then I guess they have a little stand at the flower market. I stumbled upon this museum. They're exhibiting Vivian Mayer's photography work, and it's really cool. She was only discovered after her death when her photography, about 120,000 negatives were found at an auction, and her shots they're all self-taught and they're absolutely amazing. Mostly they're all black and white until color photography she discovered in 1965. That was a nice visit at the Museum of Photography. There's actually tons of museums in Nice. I'm not going to explore them all this time because I've just gone to so many museums this trip already, but I'll list them below. And you can also get one museum ticket. I think it's just 15 euros, and it gives you access to like, I don't know, something like 7 museums, and you get the pass for 4 days. So if you are in Nice and you are like a museum ho, which I usually am, I feel like that's a great deal. Getting a quick bite to eat at this chicken street. I feel like I'm gonna get definitely a chicken wrap. Heard it's the best. Just wander around the old town and you'll find markets, shops, local artisans. Yesterday we came by the Palace of Justice and there wasn't a market here, but today is Saturday. The chicken wrap I got was truly pretty good for a quick bite, super fast, and the portions are really generous. After an hour of wandering around the old town, I know I said I wouldn't go to another museum, but now I am at the museum, the Palais Lascaris. I am loving the ceiling of this palace. So after wandering around the old town for a little bit, seeing all the shops, the creativity, I decided to wander into the palace, an aristocratic Palace of Lascaris, and this has been an amazing experience. It was a quick visit, about an hour, and if you weren't looking for it, you'll probably miss it because I almost missed it, but I had it on my Google Maps. It was built in the 17th century, and it actually was deteriorating pretty much for 142 years until Nice, the city of Nice, started to restore it. There's so much musical instruments. It's actually the second largest collection in France. And there's furniture, there's art pieces. And what I found actually the coolest part about this palace was that they didn't take it too seriously, the curators of the museum in the city of Nice. They mixed like modern art with things from the 17th, 18th, 19th century, which I thought was pretty cool. All right, upwards and onwards. That I wouldn't go to any museums today. I was just gonna wander the old town. Anyways, this is my third museum. I am in the Natural History Museum. It's actually really small, but you get this audio guide and it is so helpful. I've listened to it throughout and managed to somehow save 45 minutes in this tiny room, but it's really interesting and it's really funny. I love the Lego pieces. That's actually my favorite part. It's almost falling asleep because I almost feel like I'm in school. There's so much knowledge, so much information that they give you. But then the Lego pieces kind of make it interesting. So yeah, that was fun for a quick visit, and it's included in your museum pass if you decide to do that. This is the Place Giuseppe Garibaldi. This is a square where there's lined with shops, restaurants, statues, fountains, and it's also right next to the Museum of Natural History where we were just at, and also the Museum of Modern Art. I'm really not hungry, but Rene Soka is supposed to be also one of the best in town, so let's get a portion and try it out. Crunchy. Wow, this is the coolest designer thrift shop. All vintage. You have Celine Dior. Oh my god, this was such a cool store. We just bought the churches. Well, it's been a really full day in Nice. We went some vintage shopping, explored some beautiful churches, bought some souvenirs, gems, terrines. It was just really great. I've actually really enjoyed myself in Nice, and if I were to do this again, I might still base myself in either Nice or Cannes, I think, because they're both like really big cities that I really enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I ended up going to 3 museums and it was a very fun-filled day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog on Nice for 2 days, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye! Here is a short unboxing of the shoes that we just got. So we got these churches and we got them home. So pretty. This is the Burwood shoe in a size 36. How beautiful. They're this like beautiful gunmetal color with black pattern. Yay!